sometimes you just can't find the one piece that you're looking for on the marketplace. For example, recently I bought my off's back piece and I couldn't search it up on the market even though everyone else in my alliance could. And so after digging around, we finally found the reason. And the reason is actually really stupid. But before we talk about that, if you're new to the channel, I upload PSO2 content daily. So if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So you guys should be very familiar with accessing the player shop. We just come to your purple machine, press E, go to personal shop, and right here, then we go to product search. And sometimes when you're searching for something, it might not come up. For example, the offset. So I type in the offs, and look, we've got the arms, the back, and the legs. However, what was going on before was I only had the arms and the legs, and the back piece wouldn't show up. For whatever reason, it would just not show up. I even typed the full name of the back piece, and the reason for that is because you cannot search for items that you have not seen before. Kind of stupid, isn't it? So what I had to do in order to find this item to keep it in my data log so the game knows that, hey, I have knowledge that this item exists, was I had to go to category settings, search by units, subcategory back units, and then down here I had to say rarity 12 stars, and I had to change the price. I said 10 million minimum price, and I did search. And I basically had to scroll down until I finally found an off's back piece. I was like, oh, here's an off back piece for 14 million. Holy crap, they really went up in price. Back when I bought mine like 3 days ago, it was 6 million. So these are getting pretty expensive very quickly. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Now that I have seen the off's back piece, you can see there's item details, I've seen it, now I can search it up. It's really dumb how this system works like that. So let's say that you're looking up for an Ares weapon over here, right? So I've seen all of the Ares weapons before, and thus this entire list shows up with all the different Ares weapons, for example, the Ares Ruga. However, let's say that I've never seen the Ares Ruga before, like whether it's been in the shop or in the drop rate table or out in the field or inspecting someone. Then if I search up the Ares Ruga, it will not show up in my search bar. So it's kind of silly that I have to actually see the item before I can search the item. So I don't know if this is just like some oversight from the developers, like, you know, they just forgot about this or something, but it is really frustrating when you're trying to find a specific item and the shop just tells you this item does not exist, but it clearly exists. And it's simply because your character does not have the knowledge that this item exists. So if you guys are having trouble finding a specific item, what I recommend you guys to do at the very beginning is browse through the top sellers. So I don't know if you need to actually hover over each specific one, or if you can just click next, but you just need to collect the quote-unquote knowledge that this item exists. So if you've never seen the off's back piece, then you won't be able to search for it. However, lucky for you, it's now in the top sellers, it's rank 10, so you'll be able to get the knowledge that this item exists. So just browse through each category and all 5 pages in order to get the knowledge that that weapon exists. Now the second thing you can do if the item is a little bit more rare and it's not in the top sellers, then what you can do is come to Rebecca over here, talk to her, search up whatever map where your piece of loot drops. So a good example here would be the Bewitched Woods over here, and then you go to extremely hard and click on view quest log. By clicking here, you can go to item log, and over here is a log of all the different items that have dropped on this map. And just by going through this, you will also gain knowledge that this item exists. So a very good example would be the Jupiter Tullus. This is considered one of the best in slot weapons for bouncers and is worth a lot of money. It's actually worth like 80 million now on ship 2, and it is continuously rising. So this is a weapon that you probably won't be able to look up unless you've been through the item log and seen that, hey, Jupiter Tullus is actually an item that exists in the game. Because if you've never seen the Jupiter Tullus before, you can't search for it on the market. So again, I think that this system is very silly, but it is what it is. So all we can do now is just work around it and let Sega know that, hey, this may be a bug. Maybe you guys can look into it and hopefully fix this issue. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the year?